Alright, so I'm gonna have to use up those explosive rounds before I could load those acid rounds. But those acid rounds are much stronger than the explosive rounds, I believe, so I wanted to use them. Alright, so here comes the first boss fight. So I'm gonna equip this, and I hope I don't die. It's possible I might die right now, because, I mean, I do have that full herb and everything, but it's possible that it may not be enough if I'm horrible at this fight. Shouldn't be, though, because I'm going to use a cheap tactic that you could do for this fight. Giant snake, the Yawn, as it's called. Alright, now I can use the acid round. Alright, the music ended, so it's gone. It's not gonna attack me anymore. This is funny. I can get moved around by it. And there are some random shells here. Alright, and look what it is. It's the final crest. Yep, and unfortunately, because I got bit, which is almost inevitable, it's really hard not to get bit. But because of that, I got poisoned, and what poison status does is it gradually lowers your health. Like, very slowly, but still it does. And eventually you're in the red zone, and a single hit from anything is going to kill you. So that serum I got earlier is now going to come in handy. But because a certain cutscene didn't happen that I wanted to, now a different one might occur right now. I'm going to find out real quick. Oh, no, it's happening. That's the way I wanted it.
Am I poisoned? Give me the serum.
Alright, so that's almost a pointless sequence right there. But, see, the reason why it's significant is if I did things a little differently, then Jill would collapse right here and Barry would come to her rescue. But that's not going to happen in this one, so that is definitely a bad event. Alright, so, as you saw, my health was in red now, so I gotta be very careful from here until where I get the serum, so I probably should have brought the serum with me. Like Richard, huh? Alright, so I'm gonna take this herb right now, just for the hell of it, because I'm never coming back to this area. Just to keep myself going, put me back in orange, and this next one's gonna put me up to yellow, I believe. It might put me up to green. Oh, yellow. Alright. So we have enough health to hold us by. I'm gonna get my handgun back out. I'm gonna go ahead and defeat that fucking zombie, because I'm tired of it. Actually, it's not worth my time, since he's all the way over there. Alright, so now that we got the final crest, we are ready to move on to the next area. I'm pretty sure Barry's still not going to be there, so... Alright. So now there's a certain glitch in this game that I've run into before, and I really hope it doesn't occur right now. Serum. Yes, okay. I'm off poison now. I'm in yellow fine, but that's okay. I could just take an herb or something to get over it. Alrighty, so now that that boss fight is over, we could store the bazooka again. Get our clips back. And combine these shotgun shells that I found earlier. And these clips. And now I have a decent amount of ammo for the handgun. Alrighty then. Alright, that's it for now. I got all the key items I need. As for the lighter, I'm actually going to store that. I can't remember if I need it anytime, if I need it at all again in this game. I'm not sure though. I mean, I'll probably remember when the time comes and I'm going to regret it. Alright, so we are good to go. We got our handgun equipped, good. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that herb there still, even though I could use it right now, because I'll find another one eventually. Alright, so that we got the final quest, got the final crest, so we know where to go, at the back of the building. Voila! Alright, so this is the exit of the mansion. Now this part was very weird for me when I very first played this game. It took me forever to make it to this point, being 6 years old and all. So this was a very weird experience for me, and my fear level instantly went through the roof because it's a brand new area, and when you don't know what's going to happen, yeah, it's kind of scary. Alright, so what we got here? I don't know if there's anything in here. There would be a small key on that barrel in Chris's game, just so you know. Alright, so obviously something is up there, but we can't reach it where we are, so that's what these stairs are for. What is this? Crank. Okay, so little thing about cranks in general. You see them a lot in the Resident Evil series. They're like one of the most common items in this series. Its end is square shaped, so now it's the square crank. Way to differentiate. Alright. Alright, sweet. That is a key item, by the way. Alright, so now let's go through these double doors. It's just big, ominous double doors. And they both open at the same time. Okay, I hear tapping, so that means there's dogs out here. But lots of herbs, so we're good. Shit! We're good, we're good. Alright. That was kind of hairy. But we're fine. And good thing there's herbs out here. Alright, so I'm actually going to take all of these herbs out here. As you show you some combination. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and use a red and green herb right now so I can be back in fine status. Actually, no, I'm going to hold off on that because there's some more dogs I have to fight later. I want to make the best use of these because it heals you to full no matter what. Alright, and then finally, over here, we got these herbs. They're blue herbs. Now, what these are special for, specifically, they cure poison status. So if I didn't use the serum, these would have gotten rid of the poison status I was in earlier. And you can combine these with green herbs as well, but you cannot combine them with red herbs. Not in this game, anyway. There's only 1 or 2 Resident Evil games that you can combine a blue herb with a red herb, and that's Resident Evil Outbreak. But in every other game, you cannot do that, and you can only combine a blue herb with a green herb, or with a red and green herb. If the red and green herb are already mixed, then you can combine the blue herb with it. So, here, watch this. There you go. So you got these mixed herbs. These are by far the best herbs you could have, because it does 2 things. It heals you completely and gets rid of poison status if you have it. So these are by far the best herbs you can get in the game, are these 3 different color mixed herbs. Another good herb to have is mixing 3 green herbs at once, but a lot of people think that's a giant waste because the red and green herb does the same exact effect as that. and yet you're still saving herbs. So it's better to save green herbs for red herb combination instead of combining 3 green herbs like that. Alright, so I mean, I probably shouldn't have mixed the blue herb with that, I just realized, because I didn't need that part of it. So in that case, oh yeah, I said I was going to hold off on it. I mean, I'll go ahead and use this green herb right now, because it doesn't make a difference, really. Alrighty, so down here, obviously you can't do anything here, but there is a map right here. It's a map of the garden. So what do we got here? Now that we're out of the mansion, now we're in this area called the courtyard. And here it is for you, just for reference. Alright. So let's go ahead and move on to the next major area of this game. But this courtyard is somewhat of an area itself, but you're not here for very long. Alright, so we got a pond here. And obviously it looks as if we could cross it, but there's water, so we can't go. It's too bad they don't let you swim in this game. Alright, what was this we got here? It's a square hole. So there's where the crank comes in. And we got another FMV sequence. Notice how you don't see Joe over there? The water is running down the opposite side. Great observation, Joe. Alright. But actually that is a good observation because it kind of gives you a hint for a later event. Alright, let's go. And let's quickly run through here. Snakes like to drop. And if you get bit by them, they will poison you. Yeah, they're kind of scary. Alright, and down here we're gonna have more dogs to fight. This is why I was hesitant on using that herb. You can't see them from that angle, I hate it. You can from here. Just checking my ammo, make sure. Alrighty. We got over here, we got an elevator, but it needs power. And that's our battery slot for the power. The battery isn't something we get until way later. Because the key event that we'll do eventually is we need to get on the other side of this waterfall into that hole over there. But that won't occur until we get that elevator working, so we can stop the water, but use the elevator to get back down. Alright, so let's go ahead and go through here. We got more herbs. More dogs. Fuck! Hi, that was cool. Alright, but because of that, now I'm in caution again. But not to worry, we got some more herbs over here. And I'm gonna forget those blue herbs right there, because 2 of them is a pretty good amount for the entire game, for me anyway, so I'm just gonna combine these 2 herbs and then use it. There we go. Alright, it's a long way. So here is the next area officially. The Guardhouse. Weird music. Yeah. And more blue herbs there. Not necessary for me right now, though. Alright, so you're gonna see what this statue's for in a second. Alright, so right here, there is a hole in the floor. And if you pass that hole without covering it, there will be this random tentacle that grabs you by the neck and tries to choke you. And it doesn't do very much damage, but it does do damage, and after enough chokes, you will die. So, yeah, it's better if you cover that thing.